Hi everyone, welcome. Today, we're tackling a truly frustrating Mac issue. Disk utility failing with OS status error 22 during a cloning or recovery operation. This error can stop your crucial backups or system migrations dead in their tracks, leaving you wondering what went wrong. Don't worry, we're going to explore exactly why this happens and, more importantly, what practical steps you can take to diagnose and potentially resolve it. First, let's understand what OS status error 22 actually means. It's often an invalid argument error, which, in the context of disk utility, usually signifies that the tool encountered something it couldn't process correctly. This could range from a corrupted file system structure, a physical bad sector on a drive, or even a more subtle hardware problem with one of your storage devices. When you initiate a cloning or recovery process, disk utility needs to read every bit of data perfectly from the source drive and write it equally perfectly to the destination drive. Any minor hiccup, inconsistency, or unreadable block during this intensive process can easily trigger this specific error code. Now, let's dive into a systematic approach to troubleshooting this problem, moving through several key areas. Our first step is to thoroughly check your disks. You need to run disk utility's built-in first aid feature on both your source drive, the drive you are trying to clone or recover from, and your destination drive, the drive you are trying to clone or recover to. Open Disk Utility, select each drive from the sidebar, and click the First Aid button. Allow it to run completely, as this process can take some time, especially for larger drives. Pay very close attention to the results. If First Aid reports unfixable errors, or if it indicates that the drive is failing, that's a significant clue pointing towards a hardware issue. Also, if available, check the SMART status for each drive within Disk Utility. Any indication of failing or about to fail strongly suggests the drive is experiencing physical degradation. The second important area to investigate is destination drive formatting and capacity. Is your destination drive correctly formatted for your version of macOS? For modern macOS versions, APFS is the standard. For older systems, macOS Extended, Journaled, might be required. Incorrect formatting can absolutely prevent a successful clone. Crucially, ensure there is absolutely, unequivocally enough free space on the destination drive to accommodate all the data from the source drive. Sometimes, even if it appears to have just enough space, a tiny discrepancy or a fragmented file system can cause issues. As a proactive measure, a full erase and reformat of the destination drive can often clear up any underlying file system corruption or inconsistencies that aren't immediately apparent through First Aid. Next, examine your physical connections. If you are using external hard drives for either your source or destination, the cables are a common culprit. A loose, damaged, or poor quality USB or Thunderbolt cable can lead to intermittent data transfer issues, which will inevitably result in errors during a large cloning operation. Try swapping out the cable for a known good one. Also, try connecting the drive to a different USB or Thunderbolt port on your Mac. If your drive is housed in an external enclosure, consider whether the enclosure itself might be faulty. If possible, try connecting the bare drive directly to another computer or placing it in a different enclosure to rule out the enclosure as the source of the problem. A fourth troubleshooting step is to try running disk utility in recovery mode. Sometimes, attempting to clone or recover from within your live macOS environment can create conflicts with other running processes or system files. Restart your Mac and immediately hold down the Command+ are keys to boot into macOS recovery. From the macOS Utilities window, open Disk Utility and attempt your cloning or recovery operation from this cleaner, more isolated environment. This often bypasses issues that might occur when running Disk Utility from your regular desktop. If Disk Utility consistently fails after trying all these steps, it might be time to consider alternative tools. While Disk Utility is powerful, third-party cloning software can sometimes handle scenarios where Disk Utility struggles. Tools like Carbon Copy Cloner or SuperDuper are highly robust and specifically designed for cloning and backing up macOS volumes. They often have more advanced error handling and can sometimes successfully clone drives with minor errors that disk utility simply can't overcome. These tools also offer more granular control over the cloning process, which can be beneficial. Finally, you must acknowledge that hardware failure is a distinct possibility. Ultimately, an OS status error 22 can be a strong indicator of a failing hard drive or SSD. If First Aid consistently reports errors it cannot fix, or if your SMART status indicates failing, then replacing the problematic drive is likely your only viable solution. This is a critical reminder to always back up your data regularly to prevent permanent data loss. This error is definitely a headache, but by systematically working through these steps, you significantly increase your chances of identifying and resolving the root cause. Don't give up too quickly. Thanks for watching today's video. I truly hope this guide helps you overcome Disk Utility's OSStatus error 22 and get your cloning or recovery operation back on track. If this video provided you with useful information or helped you solve your problem, please give it a thumbs up, it really helps us out. And if you want more helpful tech tips, troubleshooting guides, and Mac tutorials, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future uploads. We genuinely appreciate your support.